right, welcome to the MorningCoach Channel. I'm so glad you're with me. As always, JB here. Excited to be talking about the ReMarkable Paper Pro or the ReMarkable 2 or books or iPad and our planning system that we've been giving away for years at MorningCoach. We have got some major things happening. And today I'm going to talk about Organize Your Day with the new 2025 single sheet system that we've got done as we're building the whole 2025 planner out. Now, you can still use our 2024 planner. Works great. Many people are using it. I think we had 30-some thousand downloads at last check. And so it's a great planner. It works fantastic, but we are making some major enhancements. And now you can utilize your ReMarkable Paper Pro, your ReMarkable 2, or your ink device, your iPad, with this new single sheet system until our 2025 planner comes out. Again, you can get that at morningcoach.com. It's going to say get the free planner and go ahead and get the single sheet system. And we'll send you an email with both of those so you have the 2024 and the single sheet system over at morningcoach.com. But without further ado, let's just jump right into this and look at the enhancements and designs that we have made to the single sheet system method. It used to be one sheet years ago. Now it's actually two, so it's actually a dual sheet. But I'll go over it and we'll get through it so you can see exactly what we're talking about within the planning system. Okay, here we are in the ReMarkable Paper Pro. As you can see, we're set up here. We've got the new single sheet system all ready to go. And basically, the new area that we have now is the date. You can see that, which obviously is you put the date on the top. You can put Tuesday, whatever date it is. The day focus is going to be what you're focused on. Okay, and the things that, what are you going to do today? Is it organizational day? Is it a marathon rest day? What are the focus? What is the focus of the day? And then we come to the new important Sacred Six area. You can see this has been reformatted and redone. Obviously, the Sacred Six is about the book, The Sacred Six. And these are the 6 most important things you're going to do for the day. You're going to prioritize them 1 through 6, and these have to do with obviously your mission and what you need to do every day to get you to that mission, or your North Star that we like to say. And so we want to go ahead and start with number 1 and move to number 2 and number 3 as we're working throughout the day. You may notice there is a new icon here, and basically you can use that the way you want, but some of the things you can do is you can put in half of it if it's halfway done. You could put a full circle in if you finished it. The other thing you can do is you can put a little arrow here that if you delegated it, and then you can come up with your own kind of ideas. So we've added an icon here that will help you, move things forward, which is so important. And of course, one of the things I would suggest if you are using the ReMarkable Paper Pro is that I would use layers. And I'll tell you why in a minute, because Sacred Six doesn't matter because you're going to, get rid of the ones you're not doing for the next day. Our new planning system is going to have this. Obviously, you'll be going into the next day in the actual planner, but this is just a single sheet method. But you can see what the new planner is going to be like. And it's going to be awesome, by the way. But the miss to do then is items like pick up milk, stop by the grocery store. Those are things that you're going to want to put in your miss to do. Okay, so again, why would I want you to do layers? Because as we get in the consistency area, the difference between the Sacred Six and the consistency area is the to-dos are the things that are going to help you reach your goals or reach your mission in our coaching system. The consistency area is things that have become consistent in your life. For me, like not drinking, okay? Maybe studying Spanish. Maybe guitar, you want to do guitar, okay? Maybe you want to do flying. I'm working on my pilot's license right now. Okay, those are things you need to work on every day. And why I would say use layers is because I just put that on layer 1, okay? The problem is I want to actually keep these here tomorrow so I don't have to keep redoing them. In our planning system, which you'll learn about in the 2024 planning system, basically we cut and paste and move it forward. That's why I have kind of a problem with the Onyx books Go 10.3 because it doesn't do a cut and paste well. But here we can use layers. So we're going to go ahead and add a new layer. Okay, so we got layer 2 here, and that's where I'm going to put my drinking. Okay, so we're going to put that there, drinking. Oh, I got it on erase. Drinking, okay. And then we have health maybe. Then flying, okay, getting that pilot's license. Maybe learning guitar. Again, things you want to make habitual, go here to task, go there. What else would we would have? A writing, maybe you're writing and you need to get it done. So then what we like to do is keep a number, how many numbers you're doing. But what I would do is I would go into layer 1 and do that. okay? Because then layer 1, when we're done with layer 1, we can delete it. So if I have 21 days here, 2 days there, 3 days there, 4 days in a row, 5 days in a row, now all of a sudden, all we have to do is come into layer 1 and delete it. And if I click delete, it's gone. Okay, you see how that works? So I'm going to go ahead and create another layer, which is considered layer 3. And that's what I'm going to use now for the next day, which will be 23. 3, I can't remember the number, 7, 6, 5. Okay, then we have goals, and goals you may want to put on your permanent layer. So for us, it would be growing Morning Coach, 1,000 plus members like we had in 2009. Okay, maybe the new Diamond DA-40 aircraft that I'm working on acquiring, NG, I like that aircraft. Okay, so now you have them there. Again, so when you're finishing your day, if you're working in layer 3, and you have stuff up here in layer 3, you can just delete it, okay, and it's all gone, but it leaves this area. See why that's important? Okay, so that's really critical. So you're going to want to use layers with your ReMarkable. So we'll go back to a new layer. We'll leave that there. Reading is things that you're reading. And next is a new area that you're not going to have in your 2024 planner. This has to do with the Hemingway method. And as you get into our coaching, you learn more that you want to end on something that can keep you going the next day. If you're a writer or a creative, one of the hardest things to do is get started again. So next is, this is what I'm leaving open so I can create some momentum for the next day. You can see how this whole coaching system really works well and getting people to be more effective and saying no to things. That's really what it's about. And then this is a really new area that it concerns Hemingway and the way that he would write. And so it's giving you something to do the next day, which is really important. Then we go to the new area, which I'll show you, which I'm really excited about, especially in the big planner, because as you're working on your health, these areas are great. So you have the daily readiness. Now, if you're somebody like me, I have the Garmin, I have the Aura, I have the Whoop. I can take a daily readiness number and put it in there. How'd I sleep? Again, if you're tracking that, you can put it in there. If you're not tracking, you can just put whatever you feel in there, like, hey, I felt good, I don't feel good. Your HRV is something I think everybody that is productive should be tracking with some type of device. It is the overall health that you have in your life, and it's getting a better and better metric, and it's usually a number that's individual to each person. We'll get into that more within the coaching structure, but it is a great thing to track. Steps, obviously, you know that. Weight, you know what that is. That could be inches that you're trying to take off, but weight. And then your blood pressure, if you check that once in a while. Strength, again, is what exercises you're doing. This would be body parts, so chest and triceps. Mobility could be overall body, or maybe you're working hamstrings. I have a hamstring issue now, so I'd put hamstrings in there. Cardio would be, what are you doing for cardio? You know, I'm preparing for marathons, so, you know, I ran 10 miles today. Macros, a couple things you can do there is you can keep track by going like this and filling it in as you eat protein and as you eat your carbs and as you eat your fats. Or you can put the number in there. You got two things. Same thing with water. You can check these off as you're hydrating and work to get your hydration in. Mood, obviously, that is, you know, you can check off how you felt that day. And then we have a couple areas. This is your journal to write things down. You have your AM gratitude here, which is awesome, and it just, you know, what you put down, the things you're grateful for the day. And then as you're going throughout the day, the daily wins. Again, these are big picture things that we use in the coaching structure that you're going to want to make sure you're tracking of. And you can see that the single sheet has really evolved, but what it really works with is the new planner that's coming out. Now, I'll just show you, just in case you're not using the planner, we can go into my planning, and you've seen how I've set up my journal before. And here is the 2024 planner just for comparison. You can see we have the consistency up here. It's a little different. We have the Sacred Six up here. We have notes. So this works. And so you can continue to use your planner. And then we just have the day journal. We don't have any health. But the new 2025 will then have obviously navigation and all the structure to it as you get going. So you can still use your 2024, which is fine for right now until we can get the 2025 out. And as I go into my files again, we're going to see that we've got the Get It Done Now right-handed sheet. We also have a left-handed sheet that you'll get in case you want to use that. Our navigation is going to be down the left side and to the top, and you're going to see that as we bring the 2025 planner together. But this will at least get you started with the single sheet method. so you can start using the new planning system if this is what you want to do. And so you've got two options. Close out the year with 2024 is something you can do. Just close out with the 2024 planner, or you can move to the 2025, use a single sheet system. Now, some people use a single sheet and don't even use the planner. That's totally cool too. You've got everything you need here. But the planning system really works with the navigation, because then you're keeping all this and you can go back and look at issues that you're having. Again, great system. It works real well, all fundamentally around the Sacred Six. We've got a lot of companies, and if you're a company that's working with this and want some help too, we've got guidance for that, working with multiple people. And that's one of the reasons we put the delegation in here too. So a lot of really cool things going on. Single sheet method, organizing and getting your daily system set up is so critical. And if you just do two things, okay? If you just do two things, if you just do the Sacred Six and you just do the consistency, you're going to start seeing a lot more productivity in your life and really utilizing these systems. And so this works real well for that. All right, any questions, let me know as always, and keep rocking and rolling out there, all right? Go do it to it. We'll see you next time.